A few months ago, we were collectively saying our final goodbyes to a legend, but now we are talking about a potential Aaron Donald return to the Los Angeles Rams. Sean McVay confirmed that Donald is currently evaluating a potential comeback as he works out at the team facility, leaving the door cracked for a stunning return to the field. It is a massive development because it challenges everything we thought we knew about the future of our defensive line. Two things stand out here: what we know about his physical progress and the complex reality of a contract. As more details surface, the stakes for this season continue to climb. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop your name and city in the comments below. Alright, let's get into it. The biggest story surrounding our Los Angeles Rams as we approach training camp is the potential return of defensive legend Aaron Donald. After retiring following the 2023 season, the future Hall of Famer has been away from the league for 2 years. Yet he was recently spotted working out at the team facility. As Los Angeles Rams fans, we all remember the unparalleled intensity he brought to every snap during his tenure, and the mere possibility of him coming back at age 35 stirs up incredible nostalgia and excitement. According to a recent interview with NFL reporter Jason LaCanfora, head coach Sean McVay confirmed that Donald is indeed evaluating a return, noting that he is going through a personal process to see if his body can handle the rigors of professional football once again. If he feels that his drive and physical capacity remain at the level he expects of himself, he may pull the trigger on a comeback, and that changes everything for our defensive outlook this year. While the prospect of his return is thrilling, we must consider the reality that he walked away from $30 million when he retired. Reintegrating him would require significant financial maneuvering given the current salary cap restrictions, and both sides would need to determine exactly what role he would play in the defensive scheme. Nothing is set in stone, and there is no firm timeline for a final decision from the star. The uncertainty surrounding his physical readiness is the primary hurdle, as he intends to prove he can still contribute meaningfully rather than simply returning as a shell of himself. This brings us to the most pressing tension. If Donald does decide to return, how exactly does the team balance his massive salary expectations with the need to keep our roster depth strong? The most startling reality of this potential return is that the Rams would owe Aaron Donald $30 million, a massive financial hurdle that separates this situation from a standard comeback. This entire saga began when Donald walked away following the 2023 season, leaving that salary on the table after a career that solidified his status as perhaps the greatest defensive player in NFL history. We are looking at a unique set of circumstances where a legend who has been out of the game for 2 years is now testing his body to see if he can reclaim his dominance at age 35. What nobody is talking about is how the Rams front office must balance the sentimental desire to bring back a franchise icon with the harsh reality of their current salary cap restrictions. Behind closed doors, Sean McVay and Stan Kroenke are surely weighing the risk of salary cap strain against the defensive boost Donald would provide. While we have seen players retire and return before, there is no direct historical blueprint for someone of his stature sitting out 2 full seasons before attempting an elite comeback. Coach McVay has been clear that this is entirely on Donald, noting that if the veteran feels he can provide value, they will find a way to make the math work. However, the organization is not placing any pressure on him, fully respecting that he owes them nothing after his storied career. They are watching his workout regimen closely to see if his physical conditioning aligns with his legendary drive. If he realizes his body cannot hold up to the grueling demands of a full regular season, he will walk away again with his legacy completely intact. For now, we wait to see if the financial numbers and physical realities can somehow align for one last incredible run. Now that we have covered the latest updates regarding Aaron Donald, let us look at the bigger picture. Let's be real, this situation represents a potential seismic shift for our organization as we prepare for the upcoming campaign. The stakes for this team are immense because having a future Hall of Famer back on the defensive line would immediately transform our defensive identity and provide an anchor that we simply cannot replicate. From a salary cap perspective, the financial logistics remain complex since he walked away from $30 million. And we would need to carefully restructure our current commitments to accommodate a player of his magnitude. On the field, his presence would dramatically alter our depth chart, allowing younger players to rotate in more effectively while keeping everyone fresh for a grueling 17-game stretch. As we look at the schedule, having Donald lining up in the trenches changes the complexion of every high-stakes game we have against our division rivals. His ability to disrupt the pocket forces opponents to shift their entire blocking scheme, which creates openings for our secondary to make plays. This potential return fundamentally improves our outlook for a deep postseason run because championship-caliber defenses require that rare, game-changing talent that opponents fear on every single snap. While nothing is officially signed yet, the possibility of seeing number 99 back in the jersey makes our path to the playoffs much more realistic. If his body holds up through these workouts and he decides to return, it sends a powerful message to the entire league that the Los Angeles Rams are fully committed to winning another championship under the leadership of Sean McVay. We are keeping a close watch on his progress over the next few weeks as this situation unfolds before the start of the regular season. The upside of a potential Aaron Donald return is undeniable because he remains, even at 35, the most impactful defensive force in recent history. Having him back would instantly elevate our defensive front, providing leadership and a level of dominance that changes the game plan for every single opponent we face. And honestly, the potential for a storybook finish for one of the greatest athletes to ever put on a Rams uniform is a powerful draw for this entire organization. Conversely, the risks are substantial. We are talking about a 2-year hiatus for an aging player who would carry a significant $30 million financial burden, potentially hindering our ability to address other pressing roster needs. NFL reporter Jason LaCanfora has kept the conversation centered on the delicate balance of Donald's physical readiness and the necessary contract negotiations. While the news suggests he has been training, the uncertainty surrounding his conditioning after such a long time away from contact makes this a major gamble for the front office. My honest take here is that while the sentimentality is overwhelming, we must be careful not to let nostalgia cloud the reality of the salary cap. Even if the team is excited, relying on a player who has already walked away from the game feels like a shaky foundation for our championship aspirations this year. If the physical toll proves too high, both sides need to have the courage to walk away without any bitterness. It is a high-stakes scenario where the legacy of an icon meets the cold, hard math of a professional league. Ultimately, Sean McVay has the right approach by leaving the door open while putting the ball squarely in Donald's court to prove he can still provide true elite value on every snap. When we weigh the current update against the broader trajectory of our organization, a clear picture emerges of a franchise standing at a fascinating crossroads between honoring its historic legacy and carefully navigating a new chapter. The possibility of Aaron Donald returning to the field is truly the ultimate wildcard for the Los Angeles Rams as we look ahead to the next few seasons. It signifies that our leadership, including Sean McVay, is committed to prioritizing high-impact veteran presence while balancing strict salary cap realities. And the more I look at this, the more I see a front office that remains dedicated to championship-caliber excellence above all else. As fans, you should feel a sense of cautious optimism heading into the season because any team adding a future Hall of Famer back to the rotation, even on a part-time basis, instantly becomes a more formidable opponent for anyone on the schedule. Having a legend like Donald potentially back in the fold provides a unique mental edge that cannot be manufactured or purchased elsewhere. We have the chance to witness one last act of greatness from an all-time leader who truly understands what it takes to compete at the highest level. The logistical hurdles regarding his $30 million contract and his role within the defense are significant. But the mutual respect between the player and the organization suggests that a fair middle ground is entirely possible. It is a testament to the culture we have built in Los Angeles that a player of his magnitude would even consider lacing them up again. Do you believe Aaron Donald should return for one more season to finish his legendary career with the Rams? If you enjoyed the video, do not forget to like it and subscribe to the channel. Ram it. I'll see you in the next one.